Good afternoon, everybody. How y'all doing?
Pretty good here.
And welcome to the channel. You know, a few days ago, I posted up some pictures of 4 different cars that I was looking to take out.
On Insta, right?
On Instagram, yeah. The Porsche one, so it was the first one. But I couldn't not take out the Mustang. So Krista and I are riding in a 2013 Mustang Shelby GT500. And you know, there's been a lot of talk lately about, a lot of buzz, about the next Mustang Shelby GT500 that's coming out. So I thought this would be a good time to take a ride in this one and see what it's like. I've driven this car before, but it's been a while. So it is a 6-speed manual transmission. And I believe there is some controversy as to whether or not the new version is going to come with a manual transmission.
Really?
What? I've heard
really?
Not. I can't believe that you'd put a car with this kind of power and performance
in an automatic?
In an automatic with no manual.
Oh my God.
Function.
I could drive it.
You could drive it. That to me is just
what?
Crazy. But that's what I'm hearing.
So you're saying that they're not even going to offer an option?
That's what I've heard, at least in the first run. So I don't know if that's true or not, but
that does seem a little
maybe.
Odd.
So anyway, what's this thing like? My God, you guys heard the exhaust in the beginning, I'm sure. Let's see. You can hear the exhaust there.
It's not as loud for you guys, I don't think, on video, but man.
It wants to go. Let me tell you. This car, you know, the Porsche was fast. I mean, it was a fast car and it was a blast to drive. But this car, man, this car just screams go, you know? What are you doing? Go. So we're going to get out on a little faster road here, open it up just a little bit. Nothing crazy, but here we go. Let's see.
Shituka's crazy.
I think we have a friendly peace officer up there on the right. So the peace officer cars are a little bit different.
They blend.
Okay, so what's it like driving this thing? Well, as fast as it is and as much as it wants to go, it is smooth. It is my second favorite manual transmission out of the batch of cars that I've driven here. Because it is so smooth. It's tight, don't get me wrong, it is tight, but it operates very smoothly, and I like that. I think that's awesome. As far as the ride itself, what do you think? I mean, it's not throwing you all over the place.
No, it actually feels pretty good.
Yeah, and we're not on a real smooth road. You guys can probably hear the road noise we're getting in this thing. And that's,
when I drive my Jeep on this road, the pebbles are flying.
Well, it's more for me, just the way the road's set up. It's a very rough road.
It is a rough road.
And this feels very smooth, smoother than the Porsche did. And that's probably because it's heavier, of course, too. So, as far as visibility and all of that, well, you know, when you're going in a straight line, you don't really need to see where you're going, do you? From the sides, I mean. Who cares what's behind you? You're not going to see them anyway. To that point, there are a lot of blind spots. It has louvers on the back, little half windows, and behind the pillars back there, which makes it even more challenging to see out of. The front end, while it is long, is pretty easy to see over, and I like that, so you can judge exactly where you're at, you know.
It's interesting, though, in your side mirrors, there is a smaller mirror that actually shows you more of what is beside and behind than the rest of the regular mirror.
That's true. That
probably takes place for the louvered mirrors in the back.
They have that there because it is difficult to see.
Right.
So that's why it's there.
So that gives you a little more visual as to what's beside and behind.
And there's 55.
Wow.
Now you do have to be careful in this car. I mean, when you're taking a turn like that, if you really get on it, you're going to lose the rear end in this car. There's no doubt in my mind that's going to happen. So you got to be a little careful when you're in a car like this. But man, I tell you, you know, we're we're traveling along at about 50, 55 right now, 55, and it's just got so much more, you know. Now, the new one, and I'm going to put up some specs here. I'll put up what this car has as far as horsepower and, you know, all that good stuff. And then I'll put up the specs on what I found on the new one so you guys can see that. I can't imagine that they could have possibly improved a whole heck of a lot between the two, but yeah, maybe, you never know. My fear is that on the new one, it'll have so much more environmentally friendly systems that it's not going to feel the same as this one is, although it's only, what, 6, 7 years old by the time the new one comes out, so we'll see. Could you daily drive this car? Oh, absolutely. You know, even more so than the Porsche. You know, the Porsche, a little more difficult to get in and out of because it sits lower, and it's just harder to climb in and out of, I think, than this car is. This is much easier, so you certainly could daily drive this. I don't know what the fuel economy is. Let's just see if we can see that on the gauge real quick here. The average fuel economy right now is 7.3.
Wow.
Now,
well then.
my guess is because when this car is driven, typically it's driven in lower speed limit area, and then it's taken out to a higher speed limit area and just driven. You know what I mean? So there's no real opportunity for hypermiling for this car.
All right, we're back, and we're gonna take a look at the interior, the engine bay, even the trunk. Why not? We've got it. Let's take a look. So we're gonna start here in the engine bay. You guys can see this is a 2013. There's the nameplate on it. It is a 5.8 liter GT500. You can see the nameplate right there. It has a huge SVT cold air intake on it. Just awesome. Take a look a little further around inside here. Powered by SVT. It is stamped 5.8. That is your power plant. Again, earlier in the video I showed the horsepower and the stats. You guys can take a look at that. Has the Cobra badging on the side along with the GT500 insignia there. Go around, take a look at the trunk. Why not? There is ample room in there, I guess, if you're a golfer or whatever. Plenty of room in here. If you want to put your stuff, go ahead and close that up. You can see the SVT Ford Shelby GT500 badging on the back here. Again, Shelby across the back of the trunk. Let's go ahead and take a look inside. These are Recaro seats. I do love these seats, and they are quite comfortable. There's a Cobra embroidered in the back of the seat, along with the white and black surface, seating surface here. The SVT 20th anniversary logo Let's take a look in the back seat. Although if you're concerned with the back seat in this car, you probably shouldn't buy one. There you can see the distance. There is no back seat. Maybe for throwing some groceries or something, I'm not exactly sure. But other than that, not a whole lot of room back there. Let's go ahead and hop inside. Much easier to get in and out of this one than the Porsche was, that's for sure. You guys can see it's really fairly simplistic in here, not too complicated. Does have a Cobra on the steering wheel. Let's go ahead and start it up so we can see the dash. Shelby GT500 on the screen there. This does need an oil change. You guys can see what the dash looks like in here. Not too bad. Some controls on the steering wheel and all that kind of good stuff. We do have the manual transmission with the white kind of similar to a cue ball steering wheel, or a steering wheel shift knob. I do like this. It's nice and comfortable. It's a good size. Fits in the hand well. It is, of course, smaller than a cue ball, but it's very nice. I definitely like that. It does have a glove box here, and up above, just a couple lights. Your vanity mirror. Does have a home link in it. You can see here, and floor mats with the GT500 embroidery in it, and the center console with lighted drink holder or cup holder areas. That's kind of nice. There is some storage here, so lots of room for stuff inside here. The old style parking brake, you guys can see, as opposed to the push button electronic that we seem to have in all cars these days. I don't know. But that's pretty much it. That's the interior. Pretty darn comfortable, I must say, and seats two people, as you guys can see, pretty darn well. Okay, that's going to do it for the 2013 Mustang Shelby GT. It's an awesome car, blast to drive. I could certainly see myself daily driving this car. It's certainly livable from that perspective, unlike some of the other ones that would be kind of uncomfortable to drive daily. I might be concerned where I left it parked though, even more so than I am with my truck. Anyway, appreciate you guys watching. Let me know what you think of this beast, and we'll see you next time on the web. Have a good day. Bye.